Yeah, I mean, special team effort tonight. You know, one of the things we've been speaking about all week, we've been hit with injuries, we've had some illnesses, and one of the things we spoke about this week specifically is it's going to be a team effort. You know, we changed a few things, and when we were going to change things, we said we got to be brave and we got to buy into it. And I think tonight you saw a team that's together, fights for each other, fights for the badge, and they brought into everything we asked them to do. And there was a little bit of everything there tonight. There was a special moment from Yuki. There was a complete team performance out of possession. And I thought at times on the break and on the counter attack, we looked like we could cause them problems. So very, very pleased for the team and very pleased for the staff.
Thank you for that, Ricky. We'll go to questions on Zoom. If you have a question for Ricky, please raise your hand.
I think it was a little bit of both, to be honest with you, Dustin. It was a little bit of the position we were in. We had to adapt. And I think it was also when we watched Seattle, we knew that in possession they were going to be expansive. And we fought higher up the fields in the wide areas that we could get to them. And I think if you look at the goal, I think the goal originates from those areas. So it was a little bit of both, to be honest.
And speaking of Yuki's goal, looks like you had a great angle of it. You still got in your locker, obviously. What did you think of that goal from your perspective?
Well, I mean, it was an unbelievable goal. I mean, we spoke about this just after the game, and we said that, you know, Yuki does that stuff at training every day. Like, she's one of the first to get in the building. She's one of the last to leave the field at times, just smashing balls in the top corner, you know, and there's a reason why she's done what she's done in her career and won a World Cup. She's a special player. And I think tonight you saw probably one of the goals of the season.
And just last one for me. I know you've talked about this team fighting and everything, but first league win for you as the acting coach after the long losing streak. What does this mean for you personally?
To be honest, I'm really thought about it. You know, the most important thing was getting a victory for this group. They deserve it. They turn up every day. They buy in. They work incredibly hard. And, you know, one of the other things is I'm happy for the staff. You know, we have a medical team right now that's working overtime with injuries. We've had a couple of illnesses. And I'm just so pleased for the players and so pleased for our staff. They work incredibly hard. And, you know, you don't get anywhere these days doing stuff on your own. You achieve things doing things collectively and cohesively as a group. And I think tonight it was a real cohesive effort, and pleased for the organization.
Thanks, Ricky. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Theo, go ahead.
Hey, Ricky.
Can you turn that so I can see that? It's a bit weird.
Go ahead, Theo.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Got you, Theo.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
That performance. I know you said you haven't really thought about enjoying it, but I was actually chatting to Laura earlier this week, who had a 9-game winless run herself this season, and was talking about how this year has made her realise how hard it is to win a game in the NWSL, and that she does not take that for granted, and that she is now in a position where she really wants to sit back and enjoy every win when she can. So my question is sort of, how are you going to enjoy this win?
Well, listen, the first thing I'm doing tomorrow is getting on a plane and flying home to see my wife. That's how I'm going to enjoy it. I get to spend a little bit of time with my wife and my dog, who I miss greatly. But, you know, as far as Laura goes, she's the most winningest coach in the league, and she's a special coach. And, you know, to win a game against her is an unbelievable achievement for me. You know, I was very close to Sam when he was in Seattle, and spent a lot of time speaking with Laura and watching what they did. So Laura's a special coach. She's achieved so much in the game, and just to stand on the sideline against her, for me, was a special moment. And like I said previously, very happy for the players and the staff. We've worked incredibly hard this week. We've had a lot of barriers, and to put in a performance like that against a Seattle team that is very good in possession of the ball was credit to the players, really.
Justin touched on it about the back four. I think it let Michelle get a lot higher. I felt like it was a big win, and like you said, in the transitional phases, counter-attacking, that was huge. I do want to ask what you maybe said at half first 5 minutes of the second half, it just absolutely looked like the dash set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a chance right before the goal, which almost goes in. Michelle just had Shea Holmes on toast. It just felt like, there was just a different energy. So what did you say at half time, and kind of part of that, do you think there was just something different about the way the players were performing tonight?
Well, to be completely transparent, we referenced last week. We said last week was a game of moments. And in the second half, 30 seconds into the game, we let ourselves down and the game got away from us. And we said now the game's about the next 10 minutes in the second half. And there's going to be moments in it that if we get after it, we can make it incredibly uncomfortable for them. And I think you see that. I think you see the belief from the players. I think for a long time, people have spoken about how there might be cracks and there might be people unhappy and all the things that have been written about us. I got to tell you, if you watched us play tonight, you wouldn't have thought that. We were a proper team tonight, both in possession and out of possession. So for me, we referenced that moment last week when Rodman run through us. And I think the group come out and showed you what they were about tonight, especially in the second half. We took space away in the second half. They served balls from wider and longer balls. And we just said we have to be warriors. We have to compete. We have to defend our goal area. And I think they did that. I thought the back line today was exceptional. Chappie, Avery, JY, Page, unbelievable in dealing with Heidemar and the balls that were being delivered into the box. So very, very pleased with our second half performance.
One-on-one for me, I know you don't want to single out any individual performances. It was very much a team effort, but I think Andressa was phenomenal tonight. The nutmeg in the first half, the hitting the post, again, in those counter-attacking phases, it just felt like she was unplayable at times. So, what was behind that, or what did you think about performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, look, again, we talk about these players. These are players that have been there, done it, and got the T-shirt. And all I'm doing is trying to put them in positions where we can bring out their strengths. And I think tonight you see that. I think the way that we played, creating room for Barb and Mish in the wide areas, and then I think the work that Deanna did to pin their centre backs and give Andressa that space to play in was all the things that we spoke about in the week. But then you also look at the two sixes, in Ellen and Sarah and Yuki, having to work incredibly hard and disrupt things. So again, proper team performance. But as far as Andressa goes, I think she's been doing that for a while now, to be honest. Just perhaps haven't got the reward as a team, but she's been putting in performances for a while and just love watching her play. I told the team that at the end. I love watching them play, both in and out of possession.
Congrats again, Ricky. Enjoy it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anything else for Ricky before we wrap up? Cool. Call with that, Ricky. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.